Hi, I'm Erica, a mom, wife, and caregiver. I have been through the highs and lows of having a child with a medically complex background and special needs, all caused by epilepsy. I'm here to let you know you're not alone. There are so many resources out there, and that you too can and will come out on the other side stronger and more resilient than you ever imagined. It's not always easy, but I'm here for you. Welcome to the Parenting Epilepsy and Special Needs podcast. It's our job to keep life moving along, from laundry to doctor's appointments to the food that our child eats and so much more. They depend on us. For many of us, we, the mom or caregiver, control the day, from what and when our children eat, to the medications they take, to keeping them clean and bathed, to what their schedule looks like across their day. And it really all comes down to us controlling and taking the initiative to prepare them, and also those who will be with them and caring for them at school or wherever they're at, for a successful and meaningful and productive day. I don't know about you, but sometimes I get into control mode so often that I forget that there are some areas of life where I will not have control. And it's during this time that I need to take a step back and remember that no matter how much time I spend planning, preparing, and being proactive in an attempt to stay one step ahead, that things will happen that are out of my control. That's just life. When this does happen, I don't know about you, but despite the fact that I have been a mom for 20 years and a mom of a special needs complex medical child for 13 years, I am human and will start to get frustrated or overtaken with disbelief or possible stress, anxiety, anger, or even sadness that an event or circumstance isn't taking place. And of course, I don't usually have all of these emotions at the same time, but it just depends on what it is that's actually happening. I am usually pretty good at managing my emotions, but I do occasionally have moments, and it never fails. It typically comes around when I least expect it. So let me explain with a recent situation that we encountered over the past few weeks. Our daughter was on the ketogenic diet for 8 weeks over the past summer. She started out doing really well, eating food without an issue, and we were hopeful that this was going to help manage or improve her seizures in some way. Fast forward to 8 or 9 weeks later, and she stops finishing meals during week 8, and by week 9, doesn't want to eat anything at all. Keep in mind, this is the end of summer. During this period of time, it was her birthday. She wanted nothing to do with the keto-friendly dinner or cake that we prepared for her special day, which was actually kind of sad, because you just want to see your kid enjoy their birthday. Um, I still had to make the meal and cake keto because we were weaning her off of the diet. Then the following week, we were going to be leaving for vacation. I took her to the pediatrician to have her throat looked at and her ears looked at, to see if there was anything going on that maybe was triggering the fact that she didn't want to chew or eat. And she was fine. Nothing was wrong. Everything checked out great. So I kept thinking that this would pass and she would start eating the following day. Before I knew it, a few days had went by. And during that time, she had only had a few bites of each meal. I am talking like 2 to 3 bites for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The dietitian that we were working with said that this happens sometimes and adjusted the fat ratio portions of her diet in hopes that this would help. nothing happened. No change at all. I am not going to lie. I was starting to panic. Your mind, especially, I mean, as a parent, anyways, but as a parent of a complex medical child, your mind begins to go crazy places. Like, why isn't she eating? Is there something more serious going on? I literally had to keep talking myself off the ledge. But deep down, I was getting more and more stressed, as was our entire family, because we love our daughter and my girls love their sister so much. And we just wanted to know why this was happening and what we were going to do and how could we solve this problem. I even had the thought, I hate to say it, with regard to the vacation that we had coming up, should I stay home with her while my husband takes our 2 older daughters on the family vacation that we had all been looking forward to? I I don't know. I was just not sure what to do. Um, but we were now at the day before we were supposed to leave for vacation, and what do I do? Do I prepare keto meals for her in hopes that she all of a sudden decides to eat them? And it was stressful because the day before you're leaving for a vacation, you want to pack, you want to prepare, you want to get ready to leave. And I was in a tough spot and I didn't really know what I should be doing. So after talking with the dietitian, they adjusted her meals to add a few food items back into her diet that she liked prior to doing the ketogenic diet to see if this would help her. 2 of those food items were yogurt and baked potatoes. Finally, she took a few more bites. Yay! But something still was off. I made the decision that her and I were going to move forward with going on vacation. We had a plan with our care team at our local children's hospital, and I felt that we were prepared in case she had an influx in seizures, and we now had found something that she would eat. There was a hospital around the corner from where we would be staying. So while I did not want to spend any of our vacation at a hospital, I at least had the comfort of knowing that there was one nearby if we needed it. Side note, medical mom tip, always know if there is a hospital nearby when you're on vacation, just in case you need it. There are secluded areas where a hospital may be over an hour away. Decide if it makes sense for you and your child to be in an area for an extended period of time, such as a vacation, where emergency care specific to your child's needs is not easily accessible. I I don't want to say I found this out the hard way, but last year we were on vacation in California. In the past, never really thought about looking for the nearest hospital. Um, Probably because in most areas where we've stayed, it was like highly populated areas, and I assumed that there was one close by. We were in California, thankfully, in a pretty highly populated area, and on top of that, our daughter began having um, cluster seizures, and there just happened to be a amazing children's hospital epilepsy center literally like 5 minutes away. So I got very lucky, and they were able to treat her. We didn't even have to get admitted or anything like that. Got her under control, and we enjoyed the rest of our vacation. But that was a lesson learned for me. Okay, back to my story. So her and I did end up going on vacation. I packed a few of her keto meals, and we planned to shop for the rest when we got to our destination. We arrived, did a little grocery shopping, and stocked up on food items that she could eat for the week based on the plan to wean her off of the keto diet by the time we got home from vacation, roughly a week later. Well, our daughter had other plans. She would only eat yogurt for almost all of her meals. I began thinking, okay, at least she's eating, but this isn't sustainable. Something is still going on with her. And it hit me. I decided to post our little predicament that we were in on a private Facebook group page that I belong to. It's actually called the Pediatric Epilepsy Surgery Support group. I explained that she was on the keto diet and now coming off of it, and the symptoms and behaviors that we were seeing, mainly not wanting to eat and or holding the food in her mouth. Immediately, a few other moms responded, stating that it sounded like she had acid reflux. This completely made sense. She was feeling full, and this does or can happen while on the keto diet. The fats digest slowly and can relax the valve between the stomach and the esophagus, which can then allow acid to leak upward. So she would put food in her mouth and then either hold it there or almost choke on it, or we'd have her spit it in a napkin. Um, and she did, looking back, try to tell me that her stomach was hurting, but it's so difficult sometimes for us because she, one minute will say something hurts and the next minute she'll be fine. So I didn't necessarily put that all together. I brought this info to her doctor and her medical team. We started her on famotidine, and within a few days, also known as Pepsidace, within a few days, we saw a gradual improvement in her eating habits. I couldn't thank the moms enough who suggested this. Sometimes it takes others who have been through this and live it each day to understand what you're dealing with. The moral of the story is that we are not in control. We do not have all of the answers. No matter how hard we plan, things will not always go according to that plan. If anyone knows that, it's parents of complex medical children and special needs. Just when we think we have it all figured out, our child will throw us off with something new. It's going to happen, and there is no way really to prepare for it. I was stressing out and panicking because I didn't have the answers or solutions to help my child. And yes, this is stressful, but we have to rely on our intuition to keep pushing for answers and staying in communication with our child's care team and seeking out advice from parents who have experienced what we are going through and been there before us. I can't tell you how many times that right there, talking with other parents, has been the key to getting through something. That, in all honesty, is why I created this podcast. None of us should walk this journey alone. We need to support each other and help each other through those moments where we feel lost or uncertain of what to do next. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please share this episode with someone who could benefit from hearing it. Don't forget to write a review or rate this episode. It means the world to me and helps get this show out to others who need this information. And don't forget, you can follow me on Instagram at parentingepilepsy_special needs. We'll see you on the next episode.